They say boss top. No, let me stop. That was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I can't now, man. That was crazy. Cut that. But I ain't gonna lie. I went through the criminal history of Beizhu on Phone Grade. Now it's time to go through the criminal history of boss top. You know what I'm saying? They say he was shaking his dreads like he was Waka Flocka. Let's go in and see what's going on with him on Phone Grade.
Boss Top grew up in a dangerous environment, from getting locked up at only the age of 13.
Damn.
And dissing his ops consistently since they had beef.
Damn.
Made him a big target coming from O-Block, from dodging death many times.
Oh, that was coming for Top?
40 years on the line. Boss Top is lucky to be a free man.
Right.
And even lucky to be alive.
On Phone Grade.
This is Top Trend TV, and this is the criminal history and biography of Boss Top.
Let's see what's going on with it then.
Billy ain't no op on. Oh, we fuck Zico crazy, fuck Fathead crazy, fuck Melly crazy, and we Billy.
Damn. Relax, homie. Relax.
All my life I've been dropping wise. Ain't that what you tell her? They don't know that. They don't know that. They don't know. You heard me, Billy?
Right.
They don't know you've been that wide for a long time.
It's crazy that people in Chicago will really be on live with their ops and trying to make it seem like they cool, bro. It's really crazy as hell out here. Like, people will really try to make it seem like, yeah, we ain't beefing, we cool, and then get off live and shoot at each other 2 minutes later. It's crazy.
You heard me?
You know what the fuck going on.
Yeah, we squashed that shit. It's my boy. It's my boy.
Crazy.
Tuka. Finna burn this boy Tuka. It's the only nigga I lean on is Tuka, bro. It's the only nigga listen to all my problems, bro. I be like, Tuka.
Tyree Davis.
Nigga is wrong. Something wrong with him, bro. Something wrong with him.
1991. He's originally from 57th, better known as No Love City, where a lot of GDs reside. He moved to O-Block around the age of 9 or 10, around 2001. And when he moved there, he wasn't really used to it because it was different from the row houses where he used to stay. But he pretty much got along with everybody there. Growing up with people like OD, DQ. He also would join the BD gang around this time for protection, and that's the only gang that dominates around the Parkway Gardens area. The first time Boss Top was locked.
Hold on. Are you looking for the most uncensored, craziest reactions you ever seen before? Then sign up for my WAP right now, where I'm posting 10 times a week, every week, just for y'all viewing pleasure. So I'm fun them, come get with a real one and sign up for that goddamn membership below. Let's go.
Up was in 2005 at the age of 13. And he got locked up with his best friend Platoon. Unsure what he got locked up for, but didn't spend too much time in juvie. But at only 19 years old in 2011, he was locked up for his first serious charge. And this time, it was for a gun. And he was even locked up when his best friend OD died from gun violence.
Damn, that's messed up.
While being locked up really impacted Boss Top. He says he even cried while he was in jail. But good thing he had a homie in jail that had rank, because he made sure that nobody messed with him when he let out his emotions about his best friend dying. Getting out of jail 6 months later, he really had no guidance. Growing up with no father, plus he even had a daughter on the way. He knew that getting a job wasn't it for him.
Hell no, you gonna get smoked.
And the risk between getting to work and home was too risky. From the beef he had ongoing with his ops. And around this time, Lil Durk was beginning to get hot on the music tip. So Boss Top gave doing music a shot, dropping his first song on July 11th, 2013.
He grown as hell. He old and old, man.
The song doing numbers when he first posted it. Boss Top knew he had something special. But just a year later, in 2013, Chief Keef would accuse Boss Top of stealing some of his jewelry from his house, making a lot of accusations that Boss Top stole from his house on Instagram.
I ain't gonna lie, there's been a lot of theories that Boss Top and T-Roy and them and V-Roy and them was the people that ran up in Chief Keef's house, man. I think it's just wild as hell that they ran up in Keef's house, bro. If they never ran up in Keef's house, I think the Chicago music scene would be 100% different, but I think it really saved a lot of people's lives, though, because they all ran up in Keef's house. He moved, some other things happened. He moved to Cali and never came back. So, it worked in Keith's favor, but it didn't work out in your favor. You slimed him out and then you got back, you know what I mean? You got blackballed.
Boss Top says this never happened, and King Von was the one that cleared it up. King Von says on one of his lives that they needed $7,500 to bond out one of their homies.
Right.
But Chief Keef never came through the bond.
To bond out D-Rose.
Now look. The only thing folks took was folks' change, you know what I'm saying?
My money.
And the only reason folks took folks' change because the nigga lied to say, I'm gonna get some money for my homie Bond, right? Like say we call him, nigga, and we ask him for some money and shit. And he say he gonna give it to him, right?
Right.
So we say our homie booked the shit. His bond 25,000. We got 18,000. Ooh, we need 75 more hundred, right? So the nigga said, he said, oh yeah, that's all y'all need. Ooh, I just spent that shit on shoes. Ooh.
Oh, flexing on him.
Right. Why you say it like that though? Now we call him again like a week later or something. Like, damn, what's up with that money, gang? Like, oh, you know, we trying to get folks out.
Vaughn.
Yeah, how much I need? We need 7,500 and shit. Ooh. Now, this is a minute ago. You know,
I know y'all seen the stock market and the crypto market going up, and ain't y'all tired of losing money and not making any, bro? Well, go ahead and join my call out group chat right now where I got experts giving you daily call outs on stocks, crypto, stock options, and other investments you can make to make some money, some guala right now. Hit that link in the description, man. Don't miss out. Rocket calls. We got it coming.
now I get that. Folks get that. What he say? Yeah, 7,500. I just do that shit in the club and shit. Ooh.
Oh, so he flexing on the type shit.
So motherfuckers see folks. Motherfucker take folks' chain off his neck and shit. Motherfucker take folks' shit. To go get the bomb money.
Yeah, that was for D Rose.
I don't know.
That was for D Rose.
Other shit came from. Like, you know, that's just how people, like, with clout and shit, try to make other people seem bogus and shit or whatever.
What?
But it's really over some real shit, and nigga be out like a real hoe.
And that's why Chief Keef never really shot it out with V-Roy when, you feel me? It's a lot of bad blood between him and O-Block, man. I wish they could have made up. This shit crazy.
Apparently, some guys from O-Block was in Chief Keef's house and stole some of his jewelry.
Right.
Chief Keef even posted images of alleged items that Boss Top had stole, which included a Glory Boys pendant and chain, a diamond-encrusted watch, and necklace. And the jewelry that was alleged stolen was worth about $50,000 to $60,000.
Damn.
And around this time, the war in O-Block was going down. They had just lost a close member, J Money, on September 3rd, 2000.
Yeah, I remember J Money dying.
Tensions was real high for O-Block around this time. But fast forward 2 years later, in 2015, Boss Top would then be arrested again. On August 14th, 2015, he was arrested for a warrant, which he didn't do too much time for, but on September 20th, 2015, he was arrested for his first serious charge, which was criminal trespassing to state land. He posted bond and got out the same day, but he still was fighting these charges.
Right.
Then on February 28th,
Okay.
2016, he was then arrested again for criminal trespassing to land. He ended up doing 2 days in jail, getting out Tuesday, March 1st, 2016. But then on March 23rd, 2016, he was arrested again, and this time he was doing time. Tyree Davis had been locked up on a $1 million bond. The 27-year-old O-Block affiliate was arrested and incarcerated on weapons and home invasion charges.
$1 million bond, though?
He was facing up to 42 years.
Damn.
Plus, his co-defendant was accused of snitching on him, so that made his case a lot harder. He says he had a total of 3 lawyers fighting 2 cases, which he was facing a total of 42 years for both of them put together. He was sentenced to 6 years in jail, but only ended up doing 2. The judge didn't like him, plus he used to get in a lot of fights during his time being locked up, so he was lucky to get out of jail around the time he got out.
Nah,
He
for
says
sure.
He was even locked up with King Von around that time. Plus, he even lost 2 close homies while he was locked up. And the war outside of jail was just getting worse and worse.
Oh, God.
Boss Top was even shot as a result of this beef.
Yeah, a lot of
We'll
people
get to
was.
that a little bit later. A guy
Oh,
by the
no.
name of O-Block Chino was shot and killed on July 16th, 2016.
Yeah, they did Chino
He was
bogus.
also real close to Boss Top, and he was a well-loved O-Block member. He was killed at about 11:25 a.m.
Then they got killed at a meeting.
right on
the Peace Treaty.
700 block of South Union. He had been shot in the upper chest and was pronounced dead at 11:45 a.m. And the guy who apparently killed Chino is a guy doing a 57-year bid from No Love City. He also lost O-Block Big A while he was locked up.
RP Big A.
He's a well-loved O-Block member, and he had a lot of bodies under his belt. And if
It's too many games going on right now with the NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL season's coming back up, and you think you can't make any money? Come on now. These sports bets ain't gonna get themselves. So go ahead and join that chat right now so you can get the most premium sports bets in the world. On Phonogram, I'm telling you, they hidden and you don't want to miss out. Get clutch covers right now.
y'all don't know from my past videos, apparently Big A had 3 bodies. He was allegedly in the hit with King Von when they got P5 from Gyro City. He also allegedly killed Billy from Quiet Money and KI from STL. And allegedly King Von was on that hit too when they got KI. But
Allegedly.
recently, Boss Top has gotten shot, and he had got shot in the buttocks while getting in his car on O Block. And
Allegedly.
recently, Billionaire Black from STL joined Boss Top's live. Unsure if they were playing or they really squashed the beef, because Boss Top asked for Billionaire's Black's number.
What you want? Send me your number.
Plus, recently,
We never know
Boss
for real.
Top has been accused of snitching. It was a video where he said something about FBG Duck, and it had a lot of people wondering and blaming him for the indictment that they did on O Block for FBG Duck.
Stuff now, but you got
Oh.
like thoughts like on FBG Duck, you know? Any thoughts on him? Like, did you know him?
Who Duck?
Did you know him before? Like everything?
Like that. I don't know. On game. All I know, don't say that shit about Troy or rest in peace, Duck.
I ain't gonna lie, you can't really get mad at him for saying that though. If you get mad at him for saying that, then you gotta get mad at everybody else that was dissing at Duck and saying crazy shit about Duck. Like, you can't get mad at him for saying that. He was tweaking, but like, come on now. Muop came out with a song talking about we the get backers and all this other crazy ass shit. That's more of an indictment than this is.
Okay, he's like, you got anything about FBG Duck? We, that's you know what I'm saying? You know, don't say shit about Troy. That's it. Don't say shit about Troy.
Gleesh right there, I am.
Get that guy over there. What don't ever, you know me. Come on, man, don't do that. Don't do that. You know I know that. Stop playing. Stop playing. Don't do that. Stop playing.
See, Gleesh ain't say nothing.
Members were indicted for FBG Duck's murder. We have more about that story on our page, so make sure you go check that out. You can catch Boss Top on live a lot. He was
Oh,
even
God.
on live when our apartment was on fire on O Block, and Lil
Tweaking.
Durk said on the live that whoever house that was, he had 10K for them. Boss Top is known to have about 4 children, and his relationship status is unknown.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Boss Top is one of the underrated members of O Block, but there's a lot of controversy around his name on Fun on Grave. There's a lot of controversy around all them O Block niggas' names, but I feel like we just gotta come together as a city and squash all that shit, cause we ain't gotta do all this, man. We grown as hell. We ain't gotta do all this shit, man. We gotta be smooth, man.